And along with the previews, let's finish up our preview shows for 2011. And we are going to move to Moogin's team here. Moogin's Marauders or something. I forget what it refers to. On his offense, Miguel Cabrera. I mean, you're talking about an MVP type guy. Batted .328 last year, 38 homers, 111 runs, 126 RBI. Point 1.042 OPS, 84 extra base hits. The guy was a monster last year. Yeah, he did have a little bit of trouble this year in the preseason, but it appears like he's kind of put that behind him, and he's going to play some baseball. Very, very big impact type guy. That's going to win weeks for him, by himself. Martin Prado, 100 runs last year, 15 homers. Gotta like that. He batted over 300. Jay Bruce, up-and-coming guy, batted 25 home runs last year. He's got David Ortiz, who I never liked, but the guy seems to reach 30 home runs every year, in one way or another. Ty Wigginton has, not looked the best yet this year. Corey Hart obviously is going to bring some power to the table. 31 homers, 100 RBI. So he's got offense. He's got power. He's got pop. He's got Michael Bourne. If he's going to play him every day, he could have some speed. But other than that, Moogin, the speed isn't really there. The strikeouts kind of stick out to me. He's got a lot of guys over 100 strikeouts. 145 for David Ortiz. That number's only going to go up. Justin Upton, 152. You'd hope that number goes down. Same kind of deal with Michael Bourne with 109 strikeouts. Jay Bruce. I mean, there's a lot of strikeouts there to be had, and the speed isn't there, but he's got the power numbers. He's got extra base hits. He's got OPS. He's got runs. His offense is gonna beat you at times. He's got Jared Weaver. Went 3-0 last week. I mean, the guy's off to a Cy Young start. He had a Cy Young type year last year, 13-12, 3.1 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, led the major leagues in strikeouts, or at least the American League, but I believe it was the major leagues. I mean, the guy's a monster, and he seems to get better every year. Yovani Gallardo, another kind of same story. The guy struck out 200 guys last year. That number is going to go up. His ERA, 3.84, and his WHIP, 1.37. You'd think that those numbers are going to go down. The guy had a 14-7 record for a Brewer team, which, was good, but they certainly scored for him, but he won a lot of games on his own. Cole Hamels, a guy I never give enough credit to, 3.06 ERA last year. He struck out 211 batters, 1.18 WHIP. 12-11 on a Philly team that really was good, but they never scored for the guy, it seems. And the guy goes out there and he just fights, he pitched 208 innings a year ago. The guy is solid. And he's also got Matt Cain, another up-and-coming young star, can strike out batters. He's got poise. Certainly a very solid now regular season, 2-3 years running. Roy Oswalt, another guy who just gets it done. Who would have thought that playing for the Phillies, to finish the year with a 2.76 ERA and a 1.03 WHIP, even with his limited amount of starts in that ballpark. Still, what numbers? Who would have thought that Roy Oswalt, to me, that's a comeback player of the year type deal. Roy Oswalt struggled with injuries, a couple of up and down, type, seasons, and not completely up and down, but certainly spent some time I don't want to say doubting himself, but I think a lot of the fans in Houston and all around baseball certainly started to doubt him, and he certainly proved that all wrong last year. Tim Hudson's 2.83 ERA, 17-9 a year ago. The guy's doing it again this year. Again, who would have thought? I mean, these are names, some older names that are just getting it done. And this Moogin team, I think, is one of the strongest that we've come across. The pitching is there. Talking about Weaver, Gallardo, Hamels, Oswalt, Javier Vasquez you can throw in there, although he had a tough start. And Tim Hudson, Matt Cain. He's got relievers, and Kerry Wood, and Soriano, Madsen, Kevin Gregg. I mean, he's going to get holds. Very solid team. strikeouts are there, wins. You know, he's got a little bit of losses. You know, some of his guys are into the teens with losses, but kind of freakish if you ask me, as far as if you look at Oswalt and, you know, Cole Hamels, why their records were, you know, just barely above 500, I don't know. But solid team, going to the playoffs, no doubt. And hopefully I see you there, Moogin. So great draft, amazing draft. You deserve a lot of credit, bro.